What do you suppose makes a city a city?
The music.
The food.
Thank you so much.
The people!
Yes, correct. All of the above. And what towers above.
So we've been a tree city for 41 years, which is only second to Sheboygan. It's something that we've really taken a lot of pride in. It's basically just a symbol that we've invested every year for 41 years straight in our urban forest.
Matt Staudenmaier is Eau Claire's version of the Lorax. He's a professional arborist and the city's forestry supervisor. And he speaks for big plants.
My crew goes out and takes care of the trees to the best of our ability. I plant trees today, like knowing that I'll probably never enjoy the manifest of their benefits. Many of the trees that are already here were planted decades and decades and decades ago. Somebody had the forethought to put it there. Hopefully our forethought will continue that benefit. On the boulevard, there's about 33,108. But who really is counting other than myself and maybe 5 other people? We're in Owen Park here in front of a true northern red oak that's approximately 85 feet tall. I figure it's at least 150 years old. It's one of the larger trees that we do have in town. This used to be kind of a logging area, so a lot of the big trees in town had been logged off.
A tree this size is 14 times taller and perhaps 90 times heavier than a person standing 6'2". Makes a human being look and feel small.
Trees do a whole lot of stuff that people probably don't even recognize. They change colors in the fall, the stormwater abatement, heating and cooling costs, just the shade that a tree generates, has a value.
And they give us a lungful.
I think there's something about oxygen, yeah. They tend to give it off a little bit, kind of freely. Again, the timeline of trees is very slow. The leaves, in particular, is where the trees photosynthesize. Photosynthesis takes carbon out of the environment, sequesters it into the tree itself, and then ties that up so that we don't have so much carbon dioxide in our atmosphere.
This American elm is 100 feet tall and probably 100 years old. Its trunk is 4 feet across at its fattest. This is a grand old bur oak. It was likely already a sapling when the U.S. waged the Civil War. Wisconsin keeps records of its biggest or champion trees. Nominated trees are scored by a combination of 3 measurements: circumference in inches at 4.5 feet above the ground, its height, and the spread of its crown. And by those standards, this is the champion tree in all of Eau Claire County. It's another bur oak, 168 inches around, 68 feet tall, with a crown spread of about the same size. I think it's obvious why people get all statistical around trees. They are giants among us, superstars of the natural world. Trees are the tallest, heaviest, and oldest living things on Earth. Oh, it doesn't end there. A large tree supplies all the oxygen 10 humans require for an entire year. Trees absorb urban noise and provide privacy. Trees improve property value. Apartments with more greenery have less crime. Children who live in greener environments have greater capacity for paying attention. Office workers with a view of nature are happier at work. The presence of trees has been proven to make the wait for a bus seem shorter. The more mature trees present, the shorter the perceived wait time. Living on a street with higher than average trees makes an individual feel healthier, younger, and wealthier. The presence of trees reduces the speed of auto traffic and reduces the frequency and severity of crashes. Patients able to see nature get out of the hospital faster. If you were handing out awards for quality of life, trees would win big. We all would. From champion trees on down to the people who champion trees.
What I generally feel when I'm in the presence of some of these larger specimens is awe or insignificance. These will be here for generations and generations, whereas, I'm just here for a short time of its life. People have offhanded approach toward trees, like, oh, it's just a tree. We've got 400 other ones in our yard. And to recognize that, no, that's not just a tree, that's a fellow existing being. Trees are sentient. They actually respond to senses and they change over time. They don't have legs that they can get up and move, but they do respond to different stimuli. we as the stewards of these trees try to at least give them the best conditions that we possibly can.
This is one of Eau Claire's grandest tree specimens, growing along the Chippewa River. You've heard the expression tree hugger? Well, this towering cottonwood tree is larger around than the combined hug of several men. Inside its colossal trunk is a hole where homeless people sometimes curl up for the evening. It would be a mistake to imagine that people and trees don't have a relationship. We need trees, and trees need us. There are an estimated 3 trillion trees on planet Earth, and scientists say the best way to combat climate crisis? Plant 1 trillion more. Wait, did it just hug back? With video journalist Micah Davis, I'm Steve Betchkel.